What's going on, guys? Nekayami here, back again today with something a little different. Now recently, last Saturday, was at a convention with staff, and we had this awesome Pokemon X and Y tournament. This here is the final match between the final contestants that fought their way through 3 or 4 rounds. I don't remember. We had 14 contestants, and these guys made it all the way to the finals and deserved every last bit of this match. Now, long-time viewers, if you've ever seen this, AJ you should be familiar with, is one of my good friends. And then on the other side you have Adam, also known as Azure, and this was just an amazing match, guys. I cannot begin to stress how much of an amazing match this really was. AJ's bringing in an Infernape, a Greninja, Haxorus, a Gastrodon, a Gliscor, and a Chansey. A lot of G's, and so I don't know. Adam is bringing a Klefki, a Suicune, a Togekiss, a Cloyster, a Clefable, and a Kangaskhan. A lot of UU power with that RU Gastrodon and an NU Kangaskhan. That's, I mean, it's pretty strong. I mean, pretty strong, but it just isn't up to par with Mega Kangaskhan. Now going in, I looked at the teams and I wasn't sure about what my thing is. I was casting my ballot for my friend, just knowing him, but we'll see how the battle turns out. Let's get started. So, this convention was just an amazing thing. We have our school sponsors a convention. Well, not our school sponsors it, but our school has a convention every year, thanks to our group on campus. So we did this. Infernape goes for a fake out, of course. 100 life orbs and fake out. Kangaskhan was also probably going to go for a fake out. He's going to withdraw, and then he's going to go for a close combat here. Like, what I was thinking is like, he's going to go for a close combat. Super effective. If Kangaskhan tries to stay in, it's probably going to go down. Indeed, that is what Infernape does go for. And this is solid half. That is amazing. Like I said, in the convention, it was amazing. We had such a great time, guys. Next year, I will be pointing out around the time for the convention, so keep an eye out for this. Goes for another close combat and knocks out the Suicune. This Infernape putting in all sorts of work, and it's only turn 3. This is shaping up to be a great battle. However, going down, life orb damage is starting to rack up a lot. This Kangaskhan is coming back out, probably going to do, I'm thinking, okay, probably a fake out. AJ senses that, and he's going to get out of here. Go out to his physical wall, the Gliscor. This thing's awesome. So the Kangaskhan does indeed go for the fake out. Cool. No big deal. It's a crit. Kind of made a difference. Not really. Whatever. AJ, or the Azure withdraws his Kangaskhan, goes out to the Clefable. So AJ is just going to go for a Toxic. It misses. Clefable's magic card doesn't make a difference. Okay, kind of a waste of turn. But Clefable, Azure is going to get his Clefable out of here and go out into a Cloyster, which is a great matchup, especially since it's 4 times super effective against this Gliscor, even though it is the physical wall. You're going to have to get out of here and go into something else. Great play on Azure's part. Just an amazing play. They're putting that offensive pressure on there. So he's going to go out, excuse me. AJ's going to go out into his Infernape, probably try to get off close combat or Flare Blitz or something along those lines. It's a simple thing. It's a simple thing. AJ's probably going to go for a fake out. He does. But Shell Smash, thanks to that white herb, doesn't take as much damage, but he does take that little bit of chip damage. And then Razor Shell has a chance of missing, and it doesn't, and that is the end of the almighty Infernape. Rest in peace, brave soldier. Rest in peace. This Cloyster is seriously underrated. It has like a base, its base defense is over 100. It is crazy high. But its special defense, as you will see just in a second, is horrible. AJ goes for Toxic. It's going to it basically puts this Cloyster on a timer. That is something that was needed to be done. AJ probably could have stalled at this point with recovers to a certain degree. This Shell Smash, had AJ actually gone for a Scald or an Ice Beam or something instead of a recover, probably would have worked out a little bit better for him, and it might have actually won him the game. But at the same time, I can see expecting when I'm Toxic. I'm gonna go for another. I'm gonna go for an Icicle Crush or Razor Shell or something. I'm gonna get off that damage. And Icicle Crush is coming in, and you're at +4. I didn't think, okay, that Gastrodon's gonna die. Lives 11 HP. Scald is going to knock this thing out with the toxic damage adding up. This Gastrodon, this is why I call it Super Slug. Super Slug the Gastrodon, he has a different name for it, but you know, Super Slug. Everybody loves Super Slug. Glacier is going to go down to the toxic damage, which wipes off a major threat. Kangaskhan's going to come back out, get that fake out damage. Well, actually, he doesn't even go for the fake out. I thought he was going to go for fake out. Lives a power-up punch. Now, had AJ gone for the recover, he would have been able to live another power-up punch, or what have you, whatever the Kangaskhan was going to go for, and this battle might have turned out a lot differently because he had a defensive wall intact, or a special defensive wall intact. But, you know, that doesn't work out. AJ's definitely not going to live this +1 power-up punch, but that is okay. Kangaskhan's on a timer now, even at +2, and it's a serious thing. I mean, people seriously underestimate how much toxic damage you can rack up. After 3 turns, you're looking at 25% of your HP gone. Gliscor's going to go for an Earthquake here, kind of try and get some damage onto this Kangaskhan. Now, the two Earthquakes AJ's going to go for, has gone for so far, it's going to play a role in later. I don't know why he was going for the Outrage, or Return would have been better since Stab. But, you know, what are you going to do? So here AJ is going to go for another Earthquake. Honestly, he should have just gone for Protect, in my opinion. That toxic damage is going to rack him out. And, yeah, it did not work out in his favor. It did not work out in Azure-Lee's favor. And that these Earthquakes that he's going for are going to play a major role later on in the battle. Okay, he's going to send out his Togekiss. This thing is infamous for paraflinching. AJ sends out his Chansey. Good idea. Special wall. I'm gonna take these air slashes like boss. 326 down to 287. Cool. No big deal. AJ goes for Azure-Lee goes for a Thunder Wave. Now the die has been cast. AJ's got like a 25% chance to move it. It's ridiculous. Don't count me on that. But you know, after this, especially with the Violite, this is, I mean, no leftovers, no residual recovery. So AJ does manage to live or land the toxic, which does help put this Togekiss on a timer. Which, as I'm gonna keep stressing, putting things on a timer in this match is such a crucial part of this match. So Azure-Lee's gonna start trying to paraflinch, which so far has done pretty well. He's missed up once. I don't know why. Getting this toxic off, I forgot to mention that there was a Lumberry, which is an unusual set, but you know, unusual sets can sometimes work out in this favor, because it also did allow the Togekiss 2 turns of non-toxic damage, which worked out. Honestly, I would have not have gone for the Heal Bell Hill. I would have gone for the Soft Boil, get that HP back up, gone for the Heal Bell next turn. I can see why AJ was going to go for the Heal Bell, trying to get that paralysis off, and go. Air Slash is going to come in, again. Unfortunately, that crit makes a huge difference, because as you will see in just a minute, spoiler alert, this Chansey is going to fall because of the flinches. Azure-Lee does not feel the need to put paralysis back on this Chansey, because there's no reason. I mean, there's honestly just no reason to. A Chansey, a special defensive monster, just lost to a Togekiss. That is huge, and I cannot stress that is amazingly huge. So AJ's gonna go into his Greninja. He's gonna just pop off. I figure, you know, Greninja just pop off an Ice Beam regardless. Whether Togekiss is special defense or modest, it's not gonna make a difference. So Azure-Lee probably sees that and saving Togekiss with Death Bond, switches out into Fable, take that, and you know, honestly takes it rather well. But gets frozen. So AJ is in an amazing point here. If he doesn't go for Scald, all he has to do is go for an extrasensory Dark Pulse, something to put something else around there. Ice Beam's gonna almost knock it out, and Fable's Fire Blast is gonna connect, and that is the end of a Greninja. That was an amazing play on Azure-Lee's part, predicting him to go for another Ice Beam, predicting himself to thaw out. It's amazing. Just gonna get that little bit of leftovers out, and AJ is starting to get a little bit on the wire here. Here's another Earthquake off. Clefable is going to go down here, which is great for AJ. I mean, he doesn't have to worry about the Clefable. That Clefable is going to be a major problem. Togekiss is going to come back out, and AJ is going to go for an Acrobatics, which, you know, even with an item, that's going to be enough to take out a Togekiss. Togekiss does not have amazing defense. It's but it's not amazing. Gliscor's going to get that Poison Heal back out, and here we have, it is 2-1. The Demon Keys have entered the field. This set, oh my god, this set. I am going to make this set. I cannot believe how much I was going to get. I haven't, you know, I've never seen this set before, but it is glorious. A Reflect has the damage. A Key Berry once you're hit by a special move, which will double your, which gives you 2 stages of defense. So effectively, you're at +4 defense. Cool. Then you can start setting up Calm Minds like this Klefki is doing, which is going to play, I mean, set up Calm Minds so you can take special hits, and then the other move that it has, as I found out later, is Thunder Wave. So I mean, it is just a, goes for the Draining Kiss. Here is the glory of it. Doesn't matter if you don't have recovery like with leftovers or something. You've got Draining Kiss. AJ honestly needed nothing more than a crit. We're going to enter a little bit of stall battle, and this is where these Earthquakes are going to come into a huge place. If Draining Kiss had anything less than 100% accuracy and he missed, AJ would have won the battle. Because the next Earthquake would have knocked it out. AJ's doing just enough to not have to worry about that. Or Azure is just getting enough HP back to not have to worry about it. If AJ gets a crit, he wouldn't have to worry about it. Klefki's going down. These Demon Keys stalled this match out for so long. We waited probably 10 minutes. Now, and the beauty thing of it is, Klefki's got Prankster, so the Reflect goes down. That goes back up the next turn, Prankster. It is a beautiful, beautiful set. I cannot believe I haven't thought of it yet, or thought of it before, or seen it before. Zorly, if you are watching, you are a genius, sir. I am going to copy you. So AJ goes for an Acrobatics here. Klefki is going to get off another Draining Kiss. I'm sure AJ is probably just trying to save PP at this point, or he has run out. So unfortunately for AJ, what I would have done, this is just me, what I would have done is probably have gone for a Protect, try and get probably get some more Poison Heal back off, and with this last Calm Mind, there is no chance that AJ is going to win. AJ is now out of Earthquakes. AJ has only Acrobatics to rely on. I usually go for a knockoff on my Gliscor or Ice Fang. Either way, those are all resisted. Acrobatics is resisted, but it's stab, so it's going to do a little bit more. Only if you get off, you know, Ling. But you know, I mean, it's not gonna help. It is not going to help. He finally does get a crit, but this is on the Acrobatics. It's not going to help him overall, unfortunately. Klefki's going to be able to start wearing him down, and it's just going to be a huge mess for AJ. This little set of keys is taking down a premier wall, a physical wall. I mean, this thing is bulky as all get out, and it's just eating these hits. I mean, that did nothing. That did absolutely nothing. That looked like it did like 4 damage. I'm not sure how much it did, but it did look like it did 4 damage. That would look like it did maybe 8. I mean, this Klefki is going to be able to wreck house. Gliscor finally goes down to a crit, which I honestly don't think it mattered. +2 special attack, +4 defense effect, or +2 defense, +2 special defense with a Reflect. AJ is left with a Haxorus, so if AJ does not get a crit on this Earthquake, it is game over. He is not going to live a Draining Kiss, and unfortunately for AJ, it's not going to be enough to get. And then his Haxorus goes down to the Demon Keys, winning Azure Lee the tournament. Now, I cannot begin to stress how much of an amazing battle this was. This was a 1-0 victory. Blow for blow, amazing battle, guys. Now, if you're wondering why I wasn't in the finals, see you in the next video. I was the exhibition match. Whoever won the tournament got to fight me. Congratulations to Azure for winning the tournament. I'll see you guys next time.